guys, welcome to Soul's No Evolution. Thank you so much for taking the time to join me. This is going to be your Timeless Tarot. Whenever it is that you're tuning in, welcome, welcome, welcome. I hope you're all doing really, really well. These are general readings for the collective. You can be any sign to tune in, but please use your discernment to determine if this message is going to be for you. It's not going to be everyone's reading every day, but I appreciate you tuning in nevertheless. Right, so can we have a message for the collective? What is it that the collective would benefit from knowing at this time? Okay, we've got forgiveness, card number 96, and then domestic harmony. So funny, the last reading, both the cards came out with the same colour. They were both yellow. Now we've got two blue ones, and then happy ending. Okay. Forgiveness and domestic harmony leads to, well, forgiveness in itself leads to domestic harmony, which then leads to a happy ending. Now I'm seeing this in two ways. You could actually be forgiving somebody in your reality. Could be a relationship partner, it could be a family member, it could be a friend, I don't know. And then you have a happy ending with this person, or forgiveness, or the act of forgiving someone's a very personal and internal, process that we go through. We don't have to make contact with the person that we're forgiving. We don't even have to tell the person that we're forgiving them. It's not a conversation between you and another. It's a conversation, it's a processing between you and God, you and the divine, you and your higher self. And then you could be in that act of forgiving is when you achieve some kind of domestic harmony and your own happy ending, leaving the other person who you've forgiven behind. Because forgiveness doesn't mean that you are granting access to the person who you've forgiven. Because forgiveness speaks of, well, for you to need to forgive somebody shows me that there's something that's happened here. Something that happened here that wasn't initially your fault. Or you wouldn't need to forgive somebody else, if you know what I mean. So forgiveness doesn't mean having this person back in your life. It doesn't mean, like I said, that you've got to phone this person or let this person know that you're forgiving them. It's a very personal part of your healing journey if you reach the point of forgiveness. I will say, though, there are unspeakable things that happen to people, and even those need to be forgiven, but there is no time. There is no timing on that. It's very personal. Nobody can tell you when to forgive. We've got the 8 of Wands. Oof. And then the 5 of Wands. Right, I was going to say, nobody can tell you when it's time for you to forgive. That will depend on you, how much healing that you have done. And there may be some people that just don't reach that point where they're able to forgive in this lifetime. And again, it's not for me to judge. It's not for me to judge. I know that there are unspeakable things that happen to some people that they are unable to forgive. But I will say from personal experience that forgiveness is not for the person that's done you wrong. Forgiveness allows you to reach this point of domestic harmony and a happy ending. Oh, look at that. And then love, exactly. Forgiveness is an expression of love for yourself. It doesn't condone what the actions of somebody else, how they've treated you, what they've done. It releases you from their actions. It releases you. So you forgive for yourself so that you can move on, you can be happy. And then what that does on an energetic level is it leaves the other person now open to receive their karma. Because when you're holding on to bitterness or resentment, you're keeping the story, you're keeping the energy of what they did alive. As soon as you close that out, that energy doesn't belong to you. You return the energy to the person who needed forgiving. And that's when karma can take place. You've removed yourself out of the equation, so the energy can only go back. And that's not you sending the energy back, because this is energy. And it's moving. Do you know what I mean? It's moving. And it may be going back to a group. So this could be forgiveness of a group. It could be forgiveness of a group. There could be expectations from this group. You had to come in and apologize. Somebody may be seeking forgiveness from you. Somebody may be wanting to apologize or wanting you to forgive them because of like some dysfunction, friction, tension, petty shit that was done. Petty shit that was done. Right, okay. And this is why we forgive. Because whatever's been slowing down you getting on your destined path, it's got something to do with this forgiveness or lack of it. Right, okay. And if somebody's wanting to come in and ask you to forgive them, again, that's not something that you should be expected to do during that phone call, during that conversation. You can listen to what somebody's got to say, and then if you choose to forgive them, you can do that in the privacy of your own home. If you choose not to forgive them, again, you shouldn't be put on the spot and somebody asks you to forgive them right there and then. That's something that you're going to need to ponder and to process and bring up those feelings and emotions and see how triggered you are, how healed you are, where you are in the whole dynamic. And forgiveness is not guaranteed. Somebody can ask for forgiveness, but you don't have to grant it. This person would be, if someone's coming to you with an apology or asking for your forgiveness, I don't know whereabouts you guys are on your personal journey, but to me, I don't need anybody's apology at this point in my life. A lot of people have done me wrong, and I've moved on. I've moved on. So for anybody to come back now and say, oh, I'm really sorry, they need to take that up with God as far as I'm concerned. They need to ask God for forgiveness. They need to forgive themselves. I've moved on. I don't know how you guys feel about that, but that's where I'm at. So let's jump into this reading. It's like, bloody hell. That's it. I'm in my domestic harmony. I'm living my happy ever after. Doesn't include anybody from my past. And that's the way that I would like it to remain. So, Four of Pentacles. Oops. Wow, Queen of Cups. Let's see what else. I saw the Seven of Wands, which I actually want to take. Show me this Queen of Cups energy under forgiveness. Yeah, the Knight of Cups. It very well could be a water sign. If not a water sign, it could be a family member. It could be a maternal energy, a mum. Queen of Cups is Cancer energy. It's linked back to the fourth house. It's roots, it's family, somebody that you've created a family with. But the Queen of Cups is the one that's wanting to come forward with some sort of emotional offer. And as I was saying, we saw the Page of Cups. Then we got the Lovers. Head over a heart choice to make. That, yeah, we saw the Page of Cups when I was speaking about somebody maybe coming to you for your forgiveness. Well, I feel they're going to be met with this this energy of you standing up for yourself, not accepting something. Because the Four of Pentacles is a holding on energy. It's a holding on energy. So I don't know if this person's held on to you, like they're actually emotionally holding on to you. They may not want to let you go. They may be coming, like I say, toward you to offer you something or even ask something of you. I don't know, but it's in the realm of emotion. It's in the realm of the heart, of feelings. But we've got the Lovers here, which is a head over a heart choice. It could be in relation to some kind of like soulmate connection. It doesn't have to be relationship or sexually intimate. But the Lover is about choices, soul connections. This could have been, like I say, an actual family member that did you wrong in some way. And I feel that they've either held on to something. And that's the thing. When you forgive, as I was saying earlier, when you forgive in the privacy of your own energy field on a timeline that is very authentic to you, and you release what you've been holding on to, it has to go back. Energy is always finding a way to level and balance itself out without our interference. That's what will happen. So I feel that they're being left almost to hold hold their own feelings and emotions in relation to something that they have done. The Queen of Cups is always depicted with like a lid on their cup. So they're holding on to something, they're not expressing something, or they weren't expressing something, and now they're having to hold that shit. Yeah, and it's heavy. Whatever it is that they're holding is heavy. Or whatever choice or decision you make is going to be burdensome for this person. We've got the Chariot. As I was saying, this Cancer energy, fourth house energy. It could be family, like I say, it could be roots, but it's some sort of emotional foundation. And I feel that's what I mean, that you, through this forgiveness, you may have done it already. You may be in the process of doing it. You may be considering it. Some of you, like I said, may not want to forgive, and that is your choice. That is your choice. I think it's taken me, I'd say 10 years, no word of a lie, from when I first confronted this person and they asked for my forgiveness, and I was like, no, I wasn't ready to forgive that person. At that stage, that person hadn't held themselves accountable for what they'd done to me. So how can I forgive at that point? But when I closed that cycle out and that person had been held accountable, at that point I was ready to forgive. And it still probably took me truly another 2 years after that to truly forgive. But I don't need this person to come back to me now. Like I say, I went to God with that. Even when I couldn't forgive, I went to God and was like, I'm just not at that point where I'm ready or unable to do that yet. And God will never judge you. You've walked your path, exactly. See, God will never judge you as long as you're aware, as long as you're conscious, as long as you're healing, as long as you are trying to recover. Do you know what I mean? You're on the right path. Right, show me this domestic harmony. This reading's been the strangest. Oh my God. The Knight of Pentacles, slow moving energy. Yeah. To reach this domestic harmony, like I say, it depends on the amount of time it takes you to forgive. Truly it does. Right, show me why the Knight of Pentacles is here. This reading felt very personal for me. I'm just hoping that me sharing my story will resonate with you guys. Or if you're in similar situations, you won't feel as bad, or you don't put pressure on yourself to forgive because someone's requesting it or somebody's asking it from you. Because to truly forgive, it has to be authentic. It has to be genuine. It don't matter what our mouths say. Energy doesn't lie. And our mouths are not, our mouths can lie. We can tell someone that they've forgiven and then we turn our back and we're like, oh, they're fucking this and fucking that. Well, energetically, you haven't forgiven anyone. So why even say it? Energy doesn't lie. So take as long as you truly need to take to forgive from a very authentic and genuine place, and then move your life forwards as a consequence of that forgiveness. You'll feel the burden, the weight diminish. You'll feel your vibration rise. But you can't force it and you can't push it. And nobody else can force or push you, if you know what I mean. I don't know why other cards don't want to come out. Right, show me why domestic harmony is here. Strength. Overcoming your fears. Confronting things head on. Even if it takes time. That's what I'm saying about God will never judge you. As long as you're doing the shadow work. As long as you're looking at what you're attached to. Because when the strength card is on the table, that means the devil energy is somewhere nearby. Because what else would you need to overcome? What else would you need to find strength in the face of? Whether it's the ego, whether it's our attachments, or the ego or attachments of other people. But you've got to be strong here. Even if it takes time, continue to do what you're doing. We've got the Six of Swords here. Moving on. And that's the whole point of forgiveness, as I was saying at the beginning. That's why we forgive for ourselves, so that we can move on. You can make choices and decisions. We can choose to drop the weight, the burden. as I say, we can choose to return the energy or allow the energy to balance itself out. Where things have been unjust or things have been unfair. When we forgive and we move on, that energy has to go back. It just has to go back. So there's been a situation where, like I say, there's been an injustice or there's been an unfairness. Somebody may have taken advantage, but there was certainly an imbalance in this situation. And yeah, karma is wanting to come in, like I say, to turn things around. To turn things around. Right, okay. Show me this domestic harmony. I just want 2 more cards. The Knight of Swords. There's a lot of people. There's a lot of people in this reading. 3 knights and a queen so far. Right. Show me strength. Seven of Cups. The Moon. Oh, that's that feminine energy again. Oh, look at that. As I was saying when this card came out, yeah, someone may not be happy that they're either getting back the energy that they initially gave out. See, things are trying to find like their natural level, because there was, I should have kept it, but we had Justice in the reverse. So that shows me there was an imbalance. So when you forgive, when you release, when you let go, when you move on, things have to find their natural level, the way that things always should have been before the imbalance. So somebody very well may not like that. They may be in regret now. They may be scared and fearful about what's coming back to them. The moon speaks about secrets and things done in the dark. It's shadow energy. We didn't have the moon. Like I said, I thought that we'd get the devil out. We haven't seen the devil, but we've got the moon, which is that shadowy energy anyway. This person could have acted from a very, not that it makes excuses for them, but a very unconscious place. Not very aware of what they were doing in the moment. Well, that's what I mean about accountability. They can say sorry, but unless it's genuine, unless they can come to you and say, well, this is what I did, this is how I know that it must have affected you, because they've done some kind of self-reflection, that apology is worthless. Just as my saying, yes, I forgive you, but not really meaning it, or not really understanding what forgiving somebody truly encompasses, that's meaningless too. There's a lot of people doing a lot of talking. It's not coming from a very aware or conscious state of being, if you know what I mean. Anyway, let's move on to these last 2 cards. I feel like we're talking for ages. Right, so where things have been moving really slowly, the pace is picking up. The pace is picking up. These are complete opposites of energy. Knight of Pentacles is slow, it's methodical, it's dotting I's and crossing T's. The Knight of Swords, like I say, it's a fast-paced energy, but I always see, because it's the energy of swords, is linked to justice. So that's what I mean, when things are rebalanced or the tables have turned, we saw that Wheel of Fortune energy. Things are going to start moving really quickly. Really, really quickly. But this is somebody that's honest, direct, makes decisions, will face injustices and face challenges head on. Yeah, these 2 knights are kind of like facing off. So if someone is coming towards you with like an apology, I don't think that's something, I don't think they're going to get the reaction that they want. Because even if you've already forgiven this person, you may choose to forgive this person, it's not going to be a conversation that's had there and then for it to mean anything. It's like this person, it feels like, is just holding on to you, doesn't want to let you go, wants to be in your energy, and everything is saying move forwards towards your domestic harmony. And again, even the Queen of Cups, who I feel is the person coming towards you, the Knight of Pentacles has got his back. They're back to back, whereas these are face to face. So it's like you're focused on this, finding your strength, overcoming shit. taming your own inner beast, doing your shadow work. You haven't got time to be focused on this person. Right. Okay. That was just a lot. So yeah, we looked at this, and even if this Five of Cups sadness and regret is your energy looking back into the past at things that this person has done, don't. That's what I mean. That is what's keeping you stuck. That is what's keeping you stationary. Obviously, we go through the healing process, and part of healing is to look back. But it's to look back more consciously. It's to look back and understand, well, what is it that you learned from being in these circumstances and situations with people like this? And then it's using that energy to propel you forward. It's temperance energy. It's alchemy. How do you alchemize these low vibrational experiences and feelings and turn them into your fuel? Something that's going to propel your life forward. Instead of keep you in that shame and regret and sadness. Because vibrationally speaking, that's not where we want to be. Even if these people fucked you over in the worst of ways. Why should you stay like that? So this is just like alchemy. Pure and simple alchemy to get to this happy ending here. And this is very spiritual for someone. Very spiritual, or using your intuition that's going to guide you out of the darkness. Yeah, and putting in the work, again, to move your life forward. Oh my God, there's temperance. I was just talking about it. See, putting in the work of the alchemy, which is here to move your life forward, to gain some sort of mastery over yourself. See, we're talking about that solar plexus energy. When we give our power away, we've got to take that shit back. And taking that shit back means we've got to admit painful truths, that we gave our power away in the first place, or we spent X amount of years, even after whatever happened, but resenting this person because they didn't take accountability. All of that keeps our lives like this. And I can speak from experience. I don't want it to take you 10 years to forgive. I don't want it to take that long for you. I wasn't connected spiritually through a huge portion of my life. It's only when I stepped into the healing process, when I was awake, conscious, not doing shit out of this subconscious energy, that's when I connected to source, to spirit, to God. And like I said, I've never felt happier. I've never been in a better feeling place in my whole entire life. Right, there's a card missing. I don't know what it was now. Oh, it was this. The Seven of Wands. Right, but anyway, I'm done. I'm going to read forgiveness and I'm going to wrap this up. Because that was a big reading. 96. Forgiveness. It says, this card indicates a need to forgive yourself and others for any past actions that may have caused you pain. By drawing this card, you're being encouraged to heal any unresolved anger, hate, jealousy, resentment, or guilt that's blocking your success. In this case, it's blocking your ability to live domestically, well, in harmony in your domestic life and to reach this happy ending. Such emotions are toxic to your body and hold you back from attracting a harmonious life. For the sake of your health and future happiness, and we've got it right here, your happy ending. For the sake of your health and future happiness, you must learn to forgive the past. Forgiveness doesn't necessarily mean blessing, forgetting, or condoning the unsavory behavior of others. It means releasing yourself from a self-created prison so that you can move forward with your life. When you come to accept and move on from the real or perceived betrayals, you create a happier future built on freedom and inner peace. Bitterness only attracts disharmony, misery, and pain. Thus, forgiveness is the best way to set your spirit free. It says, by reliving past misfortune, you run the risk of attracting more of the same. But when you forgive, let go and move on, you can make your dreams come true. You improve your prospects for the future when you practice acceptance and forgiveness. Now, that was beautiful. An absolutely beautiful reading for those that needed to hear it. I hoped it helped and you managed to get something from the reading, guys. Thank you for tuning in, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye-bye.